Hey Pisces, welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie and this is your mid-month reading for March 2023. Thank you so much for joining me. Kindly remember that this is a general reading and that time is fluid, so please apply what resonates currently and suspend the rest. This reading can be applied to relationships, career, and personal growth, as well as to the sign of Pisces wherever it presents in your birth chart. I do offer personal readings and you can find my information in the description box below. If you enjoyed today's reading, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and please leave a comment below. I would love to know how you're doing. And with that, Pisces, let's get started. So right off the bat, in your pre-shuffle, you had a fire sign come up, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. For some, this is about you leaving a previous situation towards a fire sign, okay? This could be about a fire sign being involved, not necessarily that you are pursuing them, but someone you're connected to is pursuing them. But this is also about someone taking initiative and finally creating a plan to leave something they found previously unfulfilling. Now, there was a sense here that someone was not being completely honest and truthful. They were keeping some massive truth hidden. So let's go ahead and get some more information. So for Pisces, please, let's get some oracle cards for Pisces to get an idea of the energies at play here. For Pisces. Energies at play for Pisces, please. What's going on for Pisces? All right. A change in the wind. All right. So for some of you, this is about a career change, a change in relationship. This is about having had something previously and deciding that for one reason or another, this was just not the season for it. There was a change in feeling, a change in understanding, a change of person. A change of circumstances. Something here has completely been turned on its head, and it's just not what it was. It's completely different. Regeneration. Someone here is needing to start from the ground up. There was a massive ending at some point as well, Pisces. You may be connecting with a Scorpio, I'm guessing as well. Regeneration gives death energy. All right, but with a 46, that reduces to a 10, which is also the Wheel of Fortune. So regeneration, though, is about something that has already, it's come to an end, and now it is being reborn in a way. So whatever this situation is for you, Pisces, it is not only the source of change, but it is also the source of rebirth. Something here is going to be better than it was. So if you're wondering whether you leaving someone or something behind was the right choice, for someone here, it is. Right? This is definitely the way this was supposed to go. Now, between worlds, yep, this is a feeling of having one foot in one world and one foot in the other. It's a transition. It's like, how can I describe it? It's like, let's say, for example, you're leaving a job. This is about, you haven't quite put the 2 weeks notice in yet, but you've already received your new job offer. For some of you, where this is about another person being involved, in a relationship, a romantic relationship, this is about someone who, someone here is still with another person while entertaining another person. Essentially, this is a third-party situation. So for some of you where that resonates, I do see that here. Someone is holding on to the old while they gather together the new, and they are not sharing that information with someone. Now let's dive a bit deeper into this. We are going to use the Archangel Power Tarot cards to get your past, present, future, why this is all happening, and the best case scenario. And then we will clarify with the Smith-Waite Tarot deck. So let's see here, please, for Pisces. Past, present, future, why it's all happening, and the best case scenario, please. Past, present, future, why it's all happening, and the best case scenario, please, for Pisces. All right. In the recent past, we have solutions. This is Temperance, so you may have connected with a Sagittarius in the recent past, but this is about wanting very much to integrate something. All right, wanting to find a solution to something. So finding solutions and finding a middle ground is exceedingly difficult. It is not an easy thing to achieve. So in the recent past, though, I'm getting for some of you, this is about a hormonal imbalance that you got straightened out. Interesting. That came in, Pisces, very strong for some of you. This is about health. This is about finding a space within you that finally feels peaceful, finally feels like you are in a restful space. You are tranquil, you are serene, you are your internal environment is no longer feeling chaotic. In fact, it is feeling like a true home now. Yeah. For those of you who are connecting with a Sagittarius, this is a soulmate connection. This is someone who, it is not a coincidence that they were brought into your life. This is guidance. This is divine guidance. And there is an angelic presence watching over this connection. In your current space, we have the Seven of Pentacles. All right, so the Seven of Pentacles is about an investment that you made. So right now, you are finding yourself in a space where you are investing your time, investing your energy. This is also about the fruits of your investment coming up. So whether or not you thought that they would come at this time, you are starting to see the dirt break. You are starting to see the results of your labor. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is also speaking to a sense of impatience. Okay, so while there is progress and there is growth, it is just barely there, right, Pisces? So it's one of those things where, like, you have been putting time and energy into something, or that person has been, whatever it is, but it's just it's going very slow. It's almost calling into question whether or not it's worth sticking around for. All right, but it is a question of reassessment. At the end of the day, the Seven of Pentacles is about reassessment. What have I done? What am I receiving? Do I continue? Coming in, we have the Page of Swords. You may be connecting with a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but this is a message. This is either a text message, a phone call, an email, a younger air sign. But in general, this is curiosity. You may find someone's keeping tabs on you in some significant way. They may be on your social media a lot, you know. But that is what's coming towards you. Some kind of communication. All right. Now, why it's all happening is the Six of Cups. So this is somebody who you either know from a past life, someone who is your childhood friend, someone who is a best friend, whether you've known them now or forever. But this is someone who you can trust. This is someone who is just really pure at heart. Now, I will say for some, this Six of Cups is also a friends with benefits. I've seen that come up for a friends with benefits kind of situation. So if you find that you are in a third party situation, this could indicate this third party. And more specifically, the third party who you are not, or that the person you're connecting with is not in an official, what is the word? Exclusive relationship with. Okay? And that is why it's all happening. But there's a need to connect in a meaningful way. So if there is no one else involved, that is also why it's all happening, is because there is a need to connect this way with someone. Now, the best case scenario here is the Four of Wands. So whatever it is that you require, Pisces, or the person you're connecting with, or the situation at large, it will be achieved. There will be a very stable foundation earned and built. The Four of Wands is a very stable foundation. This is not the kind of foundation that is broken up by the Tower. All right, for some, this is marriage. This is about taking, whatever it is, it's about taking what you currently have with someone to the next level. For where this is work, this is about not a promotion per se, but this is about taking your skill set. Perhaps this was a project that you were spearheading, some kind of campaign you were spearheading, something you were in charge of, and it comes to fruition and it creates a very strong platform from which you can catapult now into your annual review, your next proposal, you requesting for a raise, perhaps a lateral move at your job. For others, this is about you purchasing a home. This is about you really, having your own office, having your own clinic, having your own space, just overall, Pisces. So for those of you who are wondering whether everything you've been doing up to now will bear fruit, the answer here is yes. Okay? Where you are as far as the Seven of Pentacles, yeah, you're reevaluating as you should, right? As you should, Pisces. We should always be reevaluating where we are. But you are also building all of this foundation from a space of knowing what you want and being solution oriented. You are doing everything in moderation. You're not going too fast. You're not going too slow. You're really trying to find the middle ground and the most sustainable way to move through this situation. So ultimately, you are going to find yourself in a place of success. And I'm getting really strongly that for some, this is like your apartment, your house, you know, a marriage, a proposal. I'm getting a proposal. Someone here is trying to figure, Pisces, someone here is trying to figure out how to propose to you. Like they see you as that person. They see you as that individual that they want to be with, that partner. So let's clarify, please, for Pisces. All right, so recent past with Temperance, we have clarifying it. Temperance yet again. So you got a Sagittarius here who just absolutely adores you, Pisces. So I'm going to let you know right now, if you're connecting with a Sagittarius, this person wants to make this work. No matter what the origin of your relationship is, this person, they're in your life for a reason. And I have a feeling, you know, for those of you who really, you know, don't agree with me on this, this is just what I'm getting, that for some, yes, the situation, Pisces, ended a little bit messy. I think if there was a third party situation involved, I feel like there was someone who was trying really hard to hold on to something that you were already initiating the end of, and that is why technically this falls into the third party category. Not because anyone was cheating outright, but because the end was so slow for someone. Someone was just, they were in the devil energy. They were attached unhealthily so. And they were in a space of like, wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. And you said, we have gone over this a million times. We have had the conversation. What is it about this that is so difficult to understand? That's for a select group of you. That's where the third party comes from, but not because anyone was going out of their way to be deceitful, but it just got to a point where avoiding conversation and communication about it was the only thing that could happen, because otherwise you're beating a dead horse, right? So temperance for you, Pisces, in the recent past, a Sagittarius who just cannot imagine a life without you. For others of you, this is just a double confirmation here that you are, if you're asking yourself whether you are being moderate enough, whether the path you've chosen is stable and balanced enough, the answer is yes. There's really nothing else you could do better. You are integrating everything into your world perfectly. Even if it feels sort of lopsided, you are perfect. Keep going. Because it will balance out. You'll feel the balance very soon. Coming in with the Seven of Pentacles, we've got clarified the Eight of Pentacles. So that's beautiful. So you're working in sequence here, Pisces. So where you are is in a space of reassessing, and you are going to decide to continue working on this. You're going to give it a little bit more time. And I want to remind you too, Pisces, that water and pentacles are both slower elements, right? Air and fire tend to be quicker. So as a water sign, you know patience. Pentacles is like a different level of patience. Pentacles is the long game. So you are coming into that space of knowing this and deciding to put your all into this. And you're going to choose, if you haven't already, you are going to choose to continue moving forward into it. And if you are already moving into this, I want you to rest assured that this is something that will continue to build on itself, a skill set that you are going to develop an expertise with, and something that is also going to lend itself as valuable in this next relationship, in this current relationship, in this current endeavor that you are pursuing. Now, what's coming in with the Page of Swords is being clarified with the Emperor. So you may be connecting with an Aries, but this is about you stepping into a space or receiving, well, first, this is about you receiving a message from either an Aries or an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. All right? This is a boss figure. This is somebody letting you know that you've received the job. This is about someone letting you know that your documentation was received and that it is looking good. Whatever this was that you applied to, whatever this was that you were trying to do, that it was received and that things are looking good for you. For others of you, this is about you stepping into this power yourself and beginning like an LLC, right? Having your own business, starting your own endeavor, connecting with perhaps another person who is an entrepreneur or once once before did have their own project or their own opportunity. And now you are able to sort of serve as an apprentice under them to elevate where you are. Now, why it's all happening with the Six of Cups is the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. All right. So you've got a real strong, let me tell you something, Pisces. You got a real strong Sagittarian energy coming up right here, as in your recent past, and why this is all happening. So if you've got someone who you have a mentorship, like a mentor-mentee relationship with, this person is really just going to help you lay a very strong foundation for what's going to happen next. All right. For others of you, this is about a soulmate relationship you have with either a Sagittarius, which is coming out very strong, but it can also be a Leo or an Aries. And Aries is coming up in the near future as someone who is going to send you a message. Okay? And they're serious about you. This isn't like some willy-nilly. They see something, they feel something. They are prepared to pursue you for a real relationship. You have the Four of Wands as the best case scenario. So this is possible marriage. This is the long-term relationship circumstance. But it could be any fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But this is a divine connection. I want to reiterate, right? This is an angel managing the two cups. You guys may be opposites in significant ways. Perhaps your cultures are opposite. Perhaps there's an age gap. Perhaps you guys just are different. You know, one person's sort of punk, the other one's preppy. It's one of those things where it's not conventional. You guys are just opposites, but some sort of divine presence is bringing you guys together, and look underneath the deck. What do we have? The Six of Cups, of course. But why it's all happening with the Six of Cups and the King of Wands is somebody who is fiery, passionate about you, but also you may have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius very strong in your chart, Pisces, as far as where you are seeing this going, where you see yourself putting yourself here, how you see everything unraveling. This is something that you are deeply committed to, a person you are deeply committed to, because there is something deeply motivating and impassioned that draws you to this person or to this situation. It's not a coincidence. You feel it all the time when you're with them. You feel it when you're in the environment with them. So this is you just knowing in your gut that this is a soulmate connection, or that you are divinely drawn to this path, to this career, to this program, whatever it is. And this is a craft or just something, a position that you see yourself taking and pursuing head on. Best case scenario with the Four of Wands is the Hermit. You may be connecting with a Virgo, but the best case scenario here is that someone makes a very, very sure decision on where they see themselves with you or within the situation at large. The Hermit and the Four of Wands is speaking to someone who is, first of all, in a space of isolation. So this person takes some time to be apart. Excuse me. But more than anything, this is somebody who, through their experience, through their expertise, and through the time they have, given to something, they have decided for sure where they want to place themselves. And basically what I am getting from this, Pisces, is that so much, if this is love, this is about someone realizing within the capacity they can show up in this connection. They want that. They want to show up in that way. For others of you, where this is about finding someone you really, really do connect with, but they are not someone who you thought originally might be that person. This is about you successfully moving away from the idea of that previous person and moving closer and more definitively towards that other person. And keep in mind that that could be a cross-watcher message. But this is about someone who becomes very sure of what they want to do. For others, I am getting that this is someone deciding that they want to propose to you, someone deciding that they want to marry you, and deciding ultimately that you are their person and that they can see themselves applying themselves in this way to the partnership. This also applies to career as well. All right. Now, let me pull a few cards here for guidance for Pisces. Guidance for Pisces, please. Okay. Let me get that card. Okay. Wow. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles is what jumped out. So the Page of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. All right. This is about someone who is taking on a learner's mindset. All right. So this is about someone who is deciding to take on a commitment, something that they have to get better at, something that is going to require a learning curve of sorts. For some, this is about becoming a student again, going back to school, being a part of a program, learning how to be a better partner, learning how to be in a healthy relationship. But this is about getting licensure for some people. But this is about taking on a learner's mindset, all right? And really taking that commitment that you have the opportunity to grow and learning everything about it. So if this is someone you're connecting with, Pisces, this is about learning everything you can about that person. What do they like? What do they dislike? What do they expect? How can you make sure that they feel your love, speaking their love language and respecting them and showing that you're committed, right? It's that learner's mindset. Now, you also have the Four of Cups, which talks about an opportunity that may be in your environment that perhaps you don't see, all right? Being stuck in the past, just a tad. For some, it's about taking something for granted. With the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I'm getting that the guidance here is that if you have someone that you're connecting with, Pisces, and you appreciate them and you love them, learn about them. There's something you're missing, right? You know you want to be with them. The connection is very strong. You both feel the passion. However, there is something about building together that is still eluding someone. Communicate that. If you are the one that might be overlooking someone else's efforts, make sure you let them know that you appreciate those efforts and try to find the way they prefer being communicated with. Because it could be that you are trying to express your gratitude to them, but they don't see it because they speak a different language. They speak a different love language. For some, it's a literal language, but for others, it's just a different love language. And it's about learning how they want to receive that gratitude from you, right? But for others, this is about you doing a lot of the work and feeling like you perhaps are being taken for granted. But the conversation needs to come up, and I don't think the other person is intentionally trying to neglect you or make you feel unwanted or unappreciated. So the message here is that a certain amount of learning still has to be considered and practiced in this situation. And in order for this to move through this phase and into the long-term possibility of the Four of Wands, both parties or all parties involved have to be pulling a certain amount of weight. And in order for that to happen, someone or some ones need to pay greater attention to the long-term plan because they are overlooking something, but it can be fixed. It can be fixed, and those involved want it to be fixed. So it's about communication and looking at the plan again and figuring out where someone is not on the same page as the other or others. Okay? And with that, Pisces, I am going to leave you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you and for allowing me to connect with your energy. I hope that you found today's reading helpful. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, I am sending you all of my love, Pisces. I will see you in the next one. Bye, Pisces.